If you're between 65 and 80 years old, please pause and avoid these places before it's too late. Do you remember a place ... a place that once made you feel truly alive? A place where you felt young again, like you belonged there. Then, one day, years later, you go back. But this time, when you leave, you feel drained, heavy, maybe even a little sad, and you're not quite sure why. Getting older doesn't just change your body, it changes how you feel about the places you once loved. The most dangerous thing, you don't realize it until it's too late. Not because you weren't careful, but because these changes happen so slowly, little by little, breath by breath. Each time you leave a familiar place, feeling strangely empty. This video isn't about isolation, it's about awareness. It's not about fearing the world. It's about looking back at the places you still visit ... and asking yourself, is this place still nourishing me ... or quietly taking something away? When you're between 65 and 80, your body needs a new kind of rest. Your heart needs a different kind of connection. Your mind seeks a deeper kind of peace, not the same as it was in your 30s or 40s. Yet, many people keep returning to the same old places out of habit, loyalty, or just hoping that things are still the same. But some places aren't harmless anymore. They don't hurt you right away, but slowly, they wear you down, quietly, like water wearing down stone. You feel more tired, more lonely, or simply not yourself anymore. And sometimes you say, I guess I'm just getting old. But no, it's not always about age. Sometimes it's about where you are. Some places cloud your emotions, mess with your thoughts, make you feel invisible, ... Yet, you keep going back because it's familiar, because you think you have to. Today, I'm going to share 6 specific places you need to stop going to, starting right now. Not because you're weaker, but because you're wiser. I'm not saying this to scare you, but to help you protect what's most sacred: your health, your dignity, and your inner peace. But first, stop for a moment and ask yourself, is there a place I used to love that now only brings me sadness or exhaustion? If so, it's time to let it go, not because you're giving up, but because you're choosing to love yourself more. Let's start with the first place, the hospital, when you really don't need to go there. The older you get, the more supermarkets feel like a tired maze. ... As your body stiffens with age, places that once were minor annoyances become major challenges. Busy crowds rushing by, carts bumping your heels, kids running around like a whirlwind. High shelves, items you need down low, harsh fluorescent lights, constant announcements. All of it creates an overwhelming sensory storm. I remember Judy, 74, who loved grocery shopping because it made her feel independent and confident. But after a few near falls, once a heavy cart hit her heel, another time she slipped on a wet patch in the produce section, she admitted, it's just not worth the risk anymore. One serious fall could take away your ability to walk forever. It's not just physical danger, but mental strain too. Long checkout lines are exhausting. Heavy bags hurt your back. Stores rearranging. Aisles make you feel lost in a maze. By the time you get home, instead of feeling refreshed, you're completely wiped out. A simple trip to the supermarket can wear you out all day long, especially if you deal with high blood pressure, arthritis, or just general fatigue from aging. The quiet power. You're immune, SYSTM, did you know? Supermarkets are hotspots for germs. A sneeze near the produce, a cough from someone behind you in line, and suddenly, Your body, which is slower to recover, has to fight another battle. But it's not just germs. Loud noises, crowded aisles, flickering lights all cause sensory overload. The more your brain is exposed to that chaos, the faster your memory, clarity, and calm slip away without you noticing. A place that once made you feel like yourself now just fade. AWI shopping once made you feel in control. You had your list, found your items, managed your budget and felt empowered. Now squeezed between strangers, bending to read tiny labels, struggling with heavy goods, weaving through a sea of people who barely see you. You start to feel invisible, like the world isn't made for you anymore. The silent erosion of confidence slowly takes away the spirit you once had. The good news, you have a choice, peace and safety. And more seniors are choosing a different path. Shopping early on weekdays when stores are quiet. Staff are relaxed, and you can take your time, ask for help, and feel no pressure. Using online shopping not because you can't do it yourself, but because you choose not to waste precious energy on chaos. Instead of tiring yourself out in noisy crowds, you can save that energy for walking with friends, enjoying hobbies, calling loved ones. You don't need to prove anything. You've lived a full life. Now it's time to live in a way that brings you peace and comfort. If you're still trying to push through crowded stores just to prove you're still strong, stop and listen. Your worth isn't measured by the number of bags you carry or your ability to shop alone. You don't need to prove yourself. You need to love yourself more. If you've read this far and feel this message, comment to below, so I know you're here with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll keep sharing content to help you live life.